Hey, true believers. Chris Mack coming at you today with Mirage Studios Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 10. This was from April of 1987, and this comic book is absolutely amazing. And I can't remember if this is a second print, more than likely because it was in color, but these covers, oh my god, the way they wrap around like this, just absolutely phenomenal. And that's why I prefer them, and that's the way I remember seeing them when I first really got serious about wanting to collect Ninja Turtle comics. So let's dive into it. Now, from what I understand, I tried to skim some of the pages of issue 9, and issue 9 has nothing to do with this issue. So let me know, because I remember Eastman saying, and I was kind of skimming through the forward over here, and he was talking about how in between the printing dates of this book, they were doing tells of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kind of congruently. So if there's a tells issue that's supposed to tie into how we open to this page of Leo being injured, let me know. For those of you that this looks familiar, they're living with April at this point. But instead of Raphael being knocked unconscious, it's Leo who's hurt. And I love how it just, even if there's not a tie-in, just the way that the stakes immediately arise. So Leo's sitting here near death, and Mike, Raphael is saying, "Who did this?" The Shredder. He said, "The Shredder." And Splinter's like, "No, it's not possible." Because if you remember, at the end of the first Ninja Turtle comic, which we have gone over, so I'll leave a tab somewhere up here, the Turtles told Hiroko Saki to commit seppuku to keep honor and kill himself, but instead he pushed a thermite domain. He detonated a thermite bomb, and that's kind of how he killed himself. So how is he back? And the Foot invade April's apartment just like they did in the movie. And again, I just love these old black and whites. As Kevin Eastman said that, he was inspired by Frank Miller's work. And it shows here. I like how with Leo out of commission, Donatello takes the lead. Master Splinter, April, grab Leo. We'll cover you. And it just shows the confidence that Donnie has, even when he does tend to be the absent-minded professor. Shows here that Splinter's training is kicking in. And look at this. See, this was the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that they were talking about. Just, love that artwork. Gorgeous stuff all around. And then look at these splash pages. Oh my god. So delicious, so delicious. The dynamic of it kind of has a Dutch angle, as so. All the heavy shadows and cross-thatching. Just the cacophony of violence. Beautiful page. And then the paneling. Look how just doom, 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 doom. This is how you tell a story. A lot of modern comic book writers could learn from this, where it's like every single page either has to have like a dialogue balloon or a thought bubble. Here, it's just Raph kicking ass, Donnie hoisting a foot soldier, Mike throwing a couch at a couple of foot soldiers. You don't need any talking. Here, it's just showing the turtles on display and the artwork just telling the whole story, and how everyone's worried about Leo, and of course him being the strong leader. He's like, I can walk. And so, what's his name? Splinter says that, they're more than likely going to have us surrounded everywhere. But with Leo injured, we can't escape from the rooftop, so we got to hopefully go out the back. And I love how he goes, Raphael, the window. Got it. And just this. Sorry, I'm so excited that I'm stumbling over my words. But I love how the foot soldier here, I forget what it's called when you pull back on the air. There's a word for it. Is it knock? You knock an arrow or something like that. Lets it go, pushes him out the window, and then Splinter, not being incapable himself, just catches it. Just, gives you shivers to show how badass the Turtles were before they made it a little too, I'm sorry, but campy. I love this because it shows that they could be cool, but they were serious. They used to murder the Foot in these books instead of it being robots. Obviously for kids, I get it, but going back and see what you missed, it's like, damn, I wish I would have got these books instead. The only thing right here where Leo's trying to explain what's going on, This is probably the only part that gets on my nerves because this reminds me of a certain sci-fi movie that just recently came out. Leo's laying here and he goes, somehow the Shredder has returned and found us. He means to kill us and kill you. Now, again, I love how he, even that aside, let that go, he still gets up and he goes, run, April, get away. This is our fight and our fate. No, you're my family. I won't leave you. Love that. Just absolutely great moment between him and April. Moving forward, even though they're trying to check doors to make sure that they don't have anyone trying to get us, April pulls the door open. And even though Leo's hurt, he still helps her. And just to show what kind of great leader he is. And you can just feel the intensity of, and the semi-helpless situation that they're in. And then everything kind of comes down to the Shredder returning. How? With the artwork. I mean, look at that black and white work. The clean pencils and clean ink before digital coloring. Oh, that is some great artwork right there. And I think that's supposed to be, was that a fold-out? It feels like a fold-out. Hold on. Maybe we'll discover together. Oh, it is a fold-out. How awesome is that? Look at this. Look at this piece here, gang. I'm just going to shut up for a minute so we can enjoy this and appreciate it. Look at that 3-page splash. Oh, so much going on. Gorgeous. Love it. So let's see if we can safely fold this back in without bending anything. Aha, look at that. And then just like how basically Shredder says, kill him. And we get a hooded figure. It says, hey pal, I used to be a bouncer at Torchy's. You know, I've thrown 10 guys out your size all at once. Or should I say, oh, heck, I can't take all the credit. I did have a little help. I'd like you to meet the boys. They're dying to meet you. And boom, here comes Casey Jones. Ah, great stuff. And I love how Raph says, all right, Casey. And Don's like, who? Now, apparently Casey's first appearance was in a one-off that was called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Raphael or something like that. And I want that book so much, but it's so damn expensive. So if you guys know where you can get an inexpensive copy, let me know. Or if you want to kick me a reader, like a banged up reader copy to review, let me know. Shoot me a message. We can work something out. But Casey goes to town, beating the shit out of the Foot, and it's just great stuff. While all the while, Splinter and April and Leo are still trying to find a way out. And just like in the movie, there's a collapse, fire starts, and I love here, the Phoenix has risen, my destiny is true. Watch your backs, Gaijin. And while we get this ominous, sort of lovely little panel, I love Casey, ciao dude, and then Raphael's just like, bleh, giving him the nose. That just shows the personality of the Turtles, that we're not going to be pushed around by anything. And then as everything kind of comes to a close, I love how this reminds me of The Walking Dead, when they would show certain moments like this, the silence pulling out to show the fire of April's apartment and how it just breaks her heart. And just the snowy, winter feel of the whole book just adds to it. Guys, this book, spectacular. And I'm glad that I got it in relatively, look at that, other than the kind of the yellowing pages, this is a damn good copy. Love it. And I love that Peter Layard and 1987. Just great stuff all around. So anyway, now that we've gushed, kind of got the idea of the story, and where, New Line got a lot of their inspiration for the first movie. Highly, highly recommend this book. So if you guys can get a copy on an original, do it. If not, then they have reprinted this several times through IDW. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen, as I just said, please first and foremost support your local comic shop and grab yourself a copy. And if you've enjoyed this review, we really would appreciate if you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Helps the club channel more than you could possibly know. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that fancy little heroes and a half shell bell next to subscribe, that way as we continue to upload content, you guys will get notified. Come to the channel, and we love talking with y'all, either down in the comments or on our social media pages, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope y'all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.